chosen ones. There comes a moment in every generation when heaven speaks so clearly that the earth cannot ignore it. That moment is now. God is not whispering, He is thundering. This is not just another message, this is the final announcement. Chosen ones, listen with your spirit wide open. Because what you're about to hear is not entertainment, it is a divine exposure, a heavenly unveiling, a spiritual confrontation that has been long overdue. God said, "I will expose everything they hid." This is not revenge. This is righteous justice. This is not gossip. This is God's glory cleaning house. Every hidden lie, every secret plot, every mask, every manipulation that was used against you, spoken about you, or done in darkness, heaven is pulling back the curtain. Because when God says it's time to reveal, no man, no demon, no system can stop what's coming to light. This is your confirmation. You are not crazy. You are not imagining the warfare. You were under attack because of what they were trying to hide, but God saw it all. Before we go any further, pause. Let your spirit speak. Like this video only if something inside you knows that heaven is speaking. Subscribe if you feel the weight of destiny pulling on your soul, if you know this word didn't just find you, it was sent to you. And drop your city and time zone in the comments below. Let the world see where the flames of greatness and revival are being ignited across the earth. And to those of you giving to this channel through the pin in the comment section or super thanks, heaven sees it. Your seed is not just a transaction, it is a prophetic act of faith. You are not giving to impress man. You are sowing into divine alignment, declaring with your sacrifice that God is your source. You are planting into a future where God funds the vision, God opens the doors, and God sustains the journey. This kind of giving speaks louder than words. It testifies that you trust Him with what's in your hand because you believe in what's in His. And the Lord says, because you gave when it cost you, I will provide when it looks impossible. Let's go back to the book of Daniel 2:22. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with Him. This verse teaches us something profound. God sees what no man can see. He hears what others think they can hide. He knows what was plotted against you in secret. They may have smiled in your face and stabbed you in the back. But while you cried silently, heaven recorded everything. Nothing escapes His vision. He is not a passive observer. He is the righteous judge, the one who writes every injustice into His divine courtroom. When people operate in darkness, thinking no one will ever know, they forget that light dwells with Him. That means there is no hiding place safe enough, no shadow thick enough to keep anything concealed from His eyes. Chosen one, do not be discouraged if you've been walking through a season where your name has been misused, where your silence was mistaken for weakness, or where betrayal has become your quiet companion. Understand this. God is not absent in your affliction. He is gathering every whisper, every lie, every tear. He is patient, but not passive. Heaven does not forget what was done in secret. And when the time is right, God will reveal. He will lift the veil and expose the false narratives spoken over your life. While others may forget what they said or did, heaven has perfect memory, and divine timing is never late. Let's break it down. He reveals means there is an appointed moment when what was hidden will be brought to light. Deep and hidden things means God doesn't just deal with symptoms. He addresses the root, the motives, the things buried beneath years of deception. Light dwells with Him means there is no shadow in His presence. When God steps in, truth steps forward. So when He says, I will expose everything, it is not a vague promise, it's a prophetic decree. It's God announcing divine judgment on every act of injustice committed against His chosen ones. And your vindication is not only part of that plan, it is a key moment in your story. God is a God of order. He does not elevate in the presence of confusion, deception, or hidden sin. Before he lifts you publicly, he cleans the atmosphere around you. He doesn't crown you while the lies are still echoing in the air. He silences them first. And how does he do it? Through exposure. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's not cruelty, it's cleansing. God loves you too much to allow your promotion to be tainted by unresolved deception. So when things start coming to the surface, don't panic. That's not chaos, it's divine order unfolding. Luke 12:2-3 NLT makes this crystal clear. The time is coming when everything that is covered up will be revealed, and all that is secret will be made known to all. Whatever you have said in the dark will be heard in the light. God is not just exposing what was done to you, he is exposing who they truly are. The masks are coming off. The whispers are turning into announcements. And yes, it may be painful to watch, but understand, this is God making room for your rise. He is clearing out the sabotage, revealing the hidden enemies, and exposing every false connection that could sabotage your next season. He's not doing it to embarrass anyone. He's doing it to protect you. But why now? Because your season of elevation is near. God is shifting things in your favor, just like he did for Joseph, removing the lies and bringing him from prison to palace. Just like he did for Daniel, exposing the corruption before promotion. God doesn't promote in polluted environments. He purifies the space. So, chosen one, if you feel like everything around you is shaking, people are falling off, secrets are being uncovered, take heart. That shaking is your signal. That storm is your sign. God is getting ready to lift you, and he's making sure nothing unclean comes with you. Your time has come. The truth is not just information. It is a weapon of war. It's not just about knowing what's right. It's about standing in what's right, even when everything around you feels wrong. Ephesians 6:14 says, "Stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist." In biblical times, a soldier's belt wasn't just for holding up garments, it was the central support that carried their weapons. Without it, their sword would have no place, and their armor would be incomplete. In the same way, your spiritual strength is tied to your ability to stand in truth. If the truth is missing or suppressed, you are fighting without the proper gear. But once God exposes what has been hidden, you're no longer in a defensive position, you're in a victorious one. This is why exposure isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. When God brings the truth to light, he's not just clearing the air, he's empowering you. He's lifting the weight of confusion. He's cutting the strings of manipulation. He's silencing the accusations that were never yours to carry. Until truth is revealed, your spirit feels bound. But when it comes forth, you move with clarity, with confidence, and with divine authority. You're no longer fighting with your hands tied, you're wielding truth like a sword, and every lie that was spoken becomes a stepping stone for your next season. Let me break it down even further. Truth removes confusion. Truth restores power. Truth rebukes shame. Truth opens doors the enemy tried to lock. And most importantly, truth vindicates. You don't have to defend yourself when God is your defender. He's not just your protector, he is your advocate. And when he moves, he doesn't just speak, he demonstrates, he reveals, he corrects, and he promotes. You may have felt powerless while lies surrounded you, but the moment truth steps in, the entire atmosphere shifts. What was once cloudy becomes clear. What was once uncertain becomes unstoppable. Isaiah 54:17 reminds us, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn." This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. But here's the beauty. You won't even have to lift a finger. God will let the same people who spoke against you contradict themselves. Their own words will testify against them. The trap they set will backfire. The pit they dug will become their own. And while they're unraveling, God will use that very moment as a platform to elevate you. What the enemy meant for evil, God is turning into your public vindication. The truth is coming, and it's coming to set you free. You may ask, God, why did you allow it in the first place? Why didn't you stop them sooner? It's a fair question, especially when the pain cuts deep and the betrayal feels senseless. But the answer is found in Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. God is never late. He operates according to divine timing, not human urgency. Sometimes he allows evil to go unnoticed, not because he approves of it, but because he is setting the stage for a greater justice. He lets the enemy think he has the upper hand. He lets the accusers dig their own grave. And then, at the appointed time, he strikes with undeniable truth. The exposure doesn't come in fragments. It arrives like thunder, shaking everything in its path. This is not delay, it's divine strategy. God is not just concerned with your vindication, he is executing a higher plan that exposes systems, patterns, and principalities. He's not merely dealing with individuals, he's confronting the spiritual forces that operated through them. He allows the darkness to stretch just far enough so that when he exposes it, it becomes a public defeat for every demonic force involved. The betrayal wasn't the end. It was part of a bigger plan to bring glory out of your pain. God is not just making it right, he's making it loud. He's preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies so that when he elevates you, there is no confusion about who did it. And why now? Because you are finally ready. God waited until you were strong enough not to retaliate, healed enough not to grow bitter, and wise enough not to interfere with the process. If the exposure had come too soon, it might have broken you or tempted you to fight with the same weapons that hurt you. But now you're standing in spiritual maturity. You've learned to trust his timing. And heaven has made the final announcement. I will expose everything they hid. Not for revenge, but for justice, for healing, and for the fulfillment of his promise over your life. Let this next part pierce your soul and settle deep into your spirit. The same lies they used to bury you are becoming the very soil God is using to grow you. What was meant to cover you in shame is now being transformed into a foundation for your glory. What they used to seal your fate, God is using to launch your future. You are not forgotten. You are not finished. You are being planted, not buried, and there is a resurrection coming that no human hand can stop. Just like Jesus, your story isn't ending in the tomb, it's rising in power. They lied, they mocked, they sealed the tomb thinking it was over. But what they didn't know then, and what many don't know now, is this. You can bury the truth, but you can't kill it. On the third day, truth stood up, power stood up, purpose stood up, and just like Jesus, you are about to rise from the very place they tried to entomb you. Chosen one, hear this with all the fire in your soul. They buried your name, they covered your potential, they silenced your voice, but they did not cancel your destiny. The trumpet of resurrection is sounding in your direction, and this is your rising season. Nothing can stop the glory God is preparing to reveal through you. Romans 8:18 says, "The sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us." That verse is not poetic comfort. It is prophetic fact. Everything you suffered, everything you lost, every night you cried, none of it is wasted. God is using it all. They thought they were breaking you, but instead they were birthing something unshakable inside of you, something God approved, something heaven has signed and sealed. And when you rise, you won't just rise healed, you'll rise transformed, refined, and undeniably marked by glory. So what's next? God will expose, God will vindicate, and God will elevate. The season of silence is ending, and divine justice is being released. Every hidden thing is coming into the light, not just to bring closure, but to clear the path for your promotion. God is not just righting wrongs, He's making room for your rise. He's removing the voices that tried to bury you and preparing a table in their presence. But while God is doing His part, you, chosen one, must also posture yourself correctly. This next season is holy ground, and it requires spiritual discipline. First, stay quiet and trust Him. Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you, you need only to be still. Silence in the Spirit is not weakness, it's wisdom. Don't rush to defend yourself, don't waste time proving your innocence. Let God handle what you can't. He sees what you don't. He hears what you never did. Your stillness gives Him room to move. Let your silence be your sword, and let your restraint become your roar. Second, keep your heart clean. Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Bitterness will delay your blessing. Unforgiveness will cloud your discernment. Do not become what hurt you. God is not just preparing a new chapter, He's preparing a new you. Keep your motives pure. Bless those who cursed you. Release those who wronged you. Your purity in this moment is your passport to elevation. Third, prepare for the shift. Isaiah 43:19. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? This is not just another change, it is a divine reset. New doors will open as the old ones collapse. New favor will find you as old alliances fade. Be alert, be positioned, be ready. God is about to move quickly, and you must be found faithful, focused, and expectant. This is not just your comeback, it's your commissioning. Chosen one, if you've ever felt invisible in rooms where you should have been honored, if you've ever been misrepresented while staying silent, if you've cried behind closed doors wondering if God saw any of it, this message is heaven's confirmation to your soul. God saw everything, and now He's stepping in with justice that cannot be reversed. What they tried to keep hidden is being dragged into the light, not to shame you, but to restore you publicly with honor that no man can take away. He's about to blow the lid off every lie. He's about to turn the spotlight on every whisper, every false narrative, every manipulation that tried to poison your name. And when He does, it won't be quiet. It will be clear. This isn't revenge. It's redemption. It's restoration. God is showing the world that He was always with you, even when others walked away. Heaven is declaring with thunderous authority, everything they hid, everything they whispered, everything they manipulated, I, the Lord, will expose. So take this moment seriously. Walk with your head held high, not in pride, but in promise. Keep your hands clean and your heart pure. Don't let bitterness rewrite your story. And above all, wait with holy confidence, because no matter how long it's taken, truth always rises. And when it does, so will you.